Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cloudy Kings here, and I wanted to talk about the pending doom plus the Doedre's undoing, pretty much the skill gem and how to make it work. Pretty much how it works and what amplifies the damage and how do you get bigger numbers with it. Currently, at the moment, you can check in the tooltip, which I showed at the very end of the video, how much damage each burst is doing. At the moment, I'm able to get about 16,000 yes worth. This was before I was able to get 16,000. And this was actually a T9 map. This is earlier on. I was finally able to do this. I felt like I miss Hexblast, and this is the closest thing we're going to get to Hexblast with some pinning doom plus Doedre's undoing. So because of that, I decided to like try the build out. Like I did it before last season, and it worked pretty well. But mainly, it was a mana stacking build. And with mana stacking build, you want to at least be MOM plus Eldritch Battery. And I didn't really like that, honestly. Like, I didn't really like that. And you would use life recoup plus mana recoup. You'll probably have like 75 mana recoup and like 25 life recoup, which another guy made a video about that, which was really dope. Shout out to that guy. I forget his name. I probably should probably link it or whatever, but you just check it. It's there. This is me showing some of my gear and stuff like that, I guess. Nah, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing right here. But pretty much, I go to the next clip and then I do another T13 because right now I could do T15s, but I feel like the Abyss monsters destroy me badly, bro. I feel like the Abyss monsters destroy me badly. I really need a fucking Frost gem, honestly. I really need a freaking Frost gem, and the reason why I really need a Frost gem is because the Abyss monsters will freeze the heck out of me. Now this right here is a T13 map. The T13 maps are like really like, they're okay. But like the damage on the Doedre's undoing is really nice, bro. I feel like the AoE potential is there. I feel like it's really good, especially if you have a good curse magnitude. And I'm playing a Lich. I'm not playing a Bone Mage or anything. I'm just Lich AoE, everything is blasting through everything. I got about like 3.1k shield and like 1.3k life. The thing is, I have a lot of ints because the maximum scaling for Doedre's undoing is actually int and casting speed. Okay, int and casting speed is what gets you the most damage for Doedre's undoing. Okay, then after casting speed is spell damage and chaos damage, mainly spell damage or any extra magical damage. Okay, but that's how you scale it up, and it's kind of hard to scale it up because not many gems or support gems actually scale it or increase it. So I'm learning that like, it's kind of hard to scale it, but again, I'm at 16k damage, which I'm showing, and that's per curse. So per one of the 5 curses that are laying on the ground with the unleash, which I'm using unleash. I'm using Doedre's undoing, doing impending doom, doing unleash, and I can't remember what the last one, but I definitely showed it here. But those are the main 3 that I'm doing. Okay. And the curse damage is high, like it's really high. The damage is like way better. Depending doing alone, you can do like about 3 to 5k, but this is like it's shotgunning mobs very fast, and I love it honestly. My curse aura is pretty small, but at this point here, I think I'm like level 78 or 79 or something, and I don't know if I want to get any more skill gems or my bad jewels. I don't know if I want any more jewels for curse AoE, but I'm probably going to because I'd rather a huge circle. But the huge circles are cool, but you want higher level skill gems. And the thing is, I'm using a level 5 enfeeble, okay? And this is the thing, the level 5 enfeeble is so you can conserve mana, like especially with the meta. Also, another thing, I had to cut myself off because I thought about this, but trigger stats also improve your damage on the Doedre's undoing and impending them because there are trigger skills. You're triggering it. Okay, so that's another way to improve it. They're meta skills. They're trigger and meta skills. So the meta skills gain energy. You get mana back for using the trigger skills. So every time you use it, you'll sometimes get some mana back if you go into your tree and get them, which I actually saw my tree later in this. Okay. Again, my gear is by no means like the best. I've spent only about 1 div on my gear. Honestly, it's pretty trash. Okay, but I've only got 1 fucking div, and I wasted my 1 div on the worst thing ever. Okay, Like I wasted one thing ever, but with chaos orders and everything, including all that stuff like that, I've spent literally one div on the gear that I'm using right now, and it's pretty strong, honestly. But you want to int stack. Again, I have about 472 int, and I have a lot of spell power, and I have a lot of. So you want a lot of int, a lot of spell power, and then casting speed. Casting speed, I think, will be secondary. So int, casting speed, then spell power / chaos damage. Okay. That's the thing that I would do to scale the damage on this, because pretty much the damage it does a lot of damage, bro. But if you can get about 300 imp, it starts going crazy. The damage starts skyrocketing. You'll be about like 5 to 6k overall damage. I had to sacrifice a lot of dex, so like I got like 40 or 50 dex and 40 or 50 strength, but my int is super high, so you want to really int stack a lot if you want to be using this build. Now it does clear. It's pretty much another version of Hexblast. Just, I mean, depending on how you want your circle. But again, I have a low level enfeeble. Remember, low level enfeeble equals smaller circle. Bigger circle equals higher level spell equals more mana cost equals, you can't spam it as much. Meaning like this is pretty much like a SMG. This shit is you keep shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. I'm not really using that many potions every now and then, especially with abyss monsters. You're gonna want to just keep going crazy, bro. The abyss monsters really messed me up. Like, think this guy right here almost killed me right here, and I was confused like on like how he almost killed. I was like, god damn, like he did a lot of damage. But right here is what I'm showing. Like this guy has a lot of defense, and this is a T13. Okay, this is a T13 juice map. And I wanted to see how it was going to work out, and it works pretty well. I wanted to see if this would do pretty well. So then again, I tried the T14 later on, and it worked out very well. It's just the abyss monsters going into the pit abyss. I get destroyed. I have a hard time with this build, so I think I want to get more defensive stats. I think I want to get more chaos resistance. I need more just better gear, probably 1,000 more shield and maybe like 20% armor. I'm not sure how I want to work that out, but I'm going to try to figure that out right now. But I'm just here to show you guys how I make the build work and the damage that can come from the build, and show you a boss with it, because not many people are really using it. But I think like 2 other people made a video at the moment, and this is like day 5 or 6 of the new patch, and they just day 1 of the upgrade of Doedre's undoing. So I'm sure people are starting to like catch on to this. But the skill itself is really good. The support gen is really good, honestly. If you don't want to be a fireball, witch or chronomancer, or whatever you are, or even hand of Chayula, cursed person, whatever you want to be, I suggest this is really good clear speed. Ember Fusillade, this is really good. ED, Essence Drain. And ED, you can still use Essence Drain and ED with this. Like, this is still good. I'm still getting good Essence Drain damage too. So like, I do Essence Drain, I do Contagion. So I do Essence Drain, Contagion, right? And then I'll put pretty much Living Bomb on the target for burst, and I just start going to town, and boom, it's done. It's just done, bro. Like, that's just what I do. And bosses just get destroyed, because you're doing the living bomb damage, and it's ×2, right? And it's because I got the black flame node, my living bombs are chaos, and it's chaos damage. I'm scaling it with chaos damage, and it's just exploding. So you're playing a black flame build, but again, I'm playing the black flame build with doing the curses and stuff like that. And I mean, we have like a few nodes and to pretty much chaos nodes, but we're mainly going for a lot of curse stuff, bro. So yeah, I just hit level 81 here, so my bad. I was actually level 80 in this video. But the gear took a while to get, and again, I'm not using no YouTube guys or anything like that. But I seen a few people talking about it after I tried to do something cool with it, and I was like, oh. Now, I'm not sure if Impending Doom stacks on it, but it feels like it does, because I feel like I'm doing a lot of damage. Like, I feel like Impending Doom is doing like maybe 1,000 or 2,000 damage, and then on top of that, the Doedre's Undoing on top of that is doing another 15, 16k damage. Like, it's hitting very hard to me, and that's per one curse. So if you're doing 4 or 5 times, that's about anywhere between 72 to like 80,000 damage for 4 times, and the 5th one is like 100k. 90k to 100k damage. And I show my gear right here just to show you, like, I'm just using mid gear, bro. I'm just int stacking, pretty much int stacking, as well as trying to get my resistances okay. I could change the belt, but I wanted to maximize as much int as I can. So, you know, I was thinking about going for headhunters, but that's like, it's going to take a while. But I show you what I use, and I show you pretty much I'm using enfeeble. See Doedre's undoing, and it shows you pretty much how to do it, and you see the damage on it, and it scales from, it doesn't tell you that it scales from spell power. You just have to read the patch. The impending doom, you got to unleash on it, and then you got the last one. And then, yeah, that's what I'm using for acid strain, and I got fireball, living bomb on there. I got to add some other stuff too, but I was just trying out and seeing how things worked out. And I show you my tree. Pretty much my tree is simple. I went down there for the int and the casting speed when I later on around the level 70s. But pretty much the tree just go a little bit to your right, but you can go to the right like early. And then you just go up, get the black flame node, get the curse nodes, get the other curse node, and you will just go up north and you get all the energy shield and the int. You want that int. That int is super needed. Then you get, because I was playing Hexblast at first. I did Hexblast, so I took that did the skill thingy, the reduced skill things, but that's the meta stuff I was talking about, and that's pretty much the withered and the chaos tree I was talking about right here. And then again, you get some more meta stuff right there. Those are like the two main ones you want, and then because you're going to be debuffing already and hindering people, pretty much you got the hindering curse stuff right beside it, and then you just got some extra energy shield right below it too. It's a very simple build. It's not too crazy. I'm probably going to organize it even more, change around like 5-6 more points, and I think it's going to work out pretty well. It's pretty good. And again, I was just showing my stuff. I don't know what the hell I was doing here. I think I was just trying to show people my gearing and stuff like that. Oh, my stats. I was trying to show pretty much my ints because I felt like that was important. I feel like showing guys how much int I have and my stats is super important. I think, again, I'll go over the gems again and show you guys the gems. I got Spell Echo on there too. And Alicia Spell Echo was the last two. My bad. So it was Alicia Spell Echo and Impending Doom and Doedre's Undoing. And I'm sorry for, like, I'm talking in real time when I'm talking about this. But when you going through these, you just want to be specific about which ones you want, because you don't need, you really 100%, you really don't need Spell Echo, but it's nice to have because you're going to want the coverage. And it shows my stats right there. At the time it's 472 int. And then again, I go over the other skills just to show, like, at the time, this is like earlier, a little bit earlier before I even decided to make the video, and it shows my energy shield and all that, and my mana and all that. So that's the reason why I wanted to show you guys. I feel like not enough people know. Not enough people know. I searched YouTube videos on it. Nobody's making a video on this. I was like, I'll do it. I'll make a video on it. I think one other person made a T13 or 14 video on it, and he's going crazy. He did a great job on it. So I said, I want to try something too. I want to try my version of it. And yeah, and this is me showing the actual damage numbers, which you can check in game. Again, I put all my stuff in there. And this is me showing the exact damage numbers, which you'll see. And you go into it, it's like about 16,000 per one Doedre's Undoing. And it shows you the things, how you can boost your damage right there. So I want you guys to have a wonderful day. And thank you for checking the video out if you do. Have a good one.